It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. This time we're back on Forza 5 right now, and I'm here in the Kia C apostrophe 50. Yeah, it's basically the Kia Ceed, and it's basically the car that the Top Gear had before as their reasonably priced car. Anyway, I don't know why my drift HUD is on right now. It's probably because I haven't played this game since I've done the collab video with Slap. But I love coming back to this game just to race around the track a little bit. And now the reason why I chose the Kia Ceed for this time, as you can see, it's pretty much stock, right? Except for everything else that's underneath the body. Everything else is not stock. Pretty much anything on the exterior I decided to leave the same. Even the wheels are the same. As you can see, but everything else I decided to change, suspension, everything. So I love coming back to this game a lot. Like I used to do this a lot in. Sounds pretty good. I even like left the stock engine in it, and I give this around like 300 horsepower right now. So that's really fun. But anyway, I love coming back to this game and just race around the track. Like grab a car, tune it a little bit. Sort of try to upgrade it, make it drive well, and then take it out on the track and just do a lap on the ring. Like I used to love doing this back in Gran Turismo before I got into Forza, and it was like one of my favorite things to do. And I'd end up passing the time literally just by grabbing different types of cars, tuning them. And this is pretty much how I learned about tuning. Is just, you know, taking the cars out on the track, seeing how the suspension works, what all the components, like what sort of difference they make when I'm racing down the track. So this is pretty much how I managed to sort of figure out, especially suspension tuning for drifting and stuff like that. So what works better, what works really well. Pretty much just by playing the game, I managed to get myself to do that. Anyway, as I'm driving around on the track, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Irish car scene. Now, I've went to the Cars and Coffee, which, if you guys don't know what Cars and Coffee is, basically you can look it up, or you can just it's basically like a little car meet that goes on, and nobody like hosts it or anything. You know, cars just show up, people are just nice about it, and you know, nobody acts like an absolute idiot and like ruins the whole thing. Well, at least so far nobody has, but Cars and Coffee is a little bit more mature than you'd have like one of these like normal you know, car meets, like, you know, during the night and stuff like that. So this is during the morning. It's of course Cars and Coffee, so you go there, you know, you can probably get yourself a cup of coffee and do whatever. But yeah, it's pretty much like a little bit of a car meet, except, you know, all sorts of different types of cars show up. You have your tuners, you have your muscle cars, even like cars from America we get here, coming to the Cars and Coffee. We get a few exotics, we get a few supercars and stuff like that, but it's pretty bland. Like I looked up a lot of different like places where they do Cars and Coffee, and the one from Denmark was just absolutely insane, right? It was just absolutely crazy compared to what we have here right now. The best car here is a that I saw at Cars and Coffee. This one and the one from last month was a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640, and that was actually purchased in the UK and brought over here. Now that is pretty much like the best car that I've seen at Cars and Coffee. I mean, there was the last time we were here, or I think it was last month, there was like two 599s. Those were parked next to each other. There was a 612 Scaglieri. There was, let me think, around like 6 or 7 Ferrari F430s. And I think there was like one 355, and that was pretty much it, you know, like supercar wise. There was a bunch of Porsches as well, but I don't know, like I guess I could count the Porsches, but they weren't like that crazy, you know. There's just Carreras and stuff like that. They weren't like crazy ass 911 turbos and stuff like that. So it was just like the normal Carreras, and there was a Targa there as well. It was like an old 911 Targa, which that was like actually kind of cool to see. But yeah, stuff like that. But today was actually really shitty weather, so I ended up driving up with one of my friends, and we saw a bunch of things. We saw a few cool cars. We didn't see a lot of supercars this time, like I said, but it was the first time I've seen a BMW i8 in real life, so that was really exciting. I told the dude to leave the doors open, and so I can take some pictures of it, and then everybody just crowded around it. But it was kind of cool to see a BMW i8 in person. And if you guys know the registration, the way it works here in Ireland, like the car registration, the license plates, stuff like that, basically the first 3 now, it used to be the first 2, but the first 3 numbers right now, basically the first 2 numbers represent a year, and then after that there's like a 1 or 2 which sort of determines which half of the year the car has been purchased in. So since it's July now, it should be 152, right? So I always keep an eye out for 152 cars just because it's fun to try to see what sort of cars you get to see, you know, that are really like brand new. So since we're in July right now, at the start of July, I haven't seen a 152 yet until now, and it pulled up into Cars and Coffee, and it was a literally brand new Mercedes C63 AMG S, and it was amazing. The dude started like revving it a little bit. He said that he couldn't do a lot more than that because I think he said for like the first 1,000 miles or stuff like that, he has to like break it in, and he's not allowed to like accelerate past like 4,000 RPM, which is a bit stupid. I mean, come on, you buy a car to be fast, and you buy a car to be nice and loud, and you're not allowed to do any of that stuff for like 1,000 miles. So that's kind of funny, but still, like the dude like started revving it a little bit, and it sounds absolutely amazing. And it's probably one of my favorite cars there. But of course, the BMW i8 was like one of the best ones there, and it was actually kind of cool to actually manage to finally see one in real life. And yeah, it was a 151, so it was sort of purchased just, you know, in the first half of the year this year. So Cars and Coffee Ireland is not, well, not Ireland even, it's just Cars and Coffee Dublin isn't that amazing. There's one in Cars and Coffee I can't even talk anymore. There's one in Cars and Coffee Limerick. Fuck, I crashed. A little bit of addition. There's Cars and Coffee Limerick where basically there was a Ferrari F40 the last time. So that's very, very interesting. I might like head down there because it just sounds like the cars are much better, but I'd fucking love to see a Ferrari F40. That would be just insane. I think I've seen one ever in real life, so seeing one of those would be crazy. So I don't know, but it was kind of cool this time. There was a bunch of cars that we haven't seen the last time when we were there, so that's kind of cool. People like, at least like new people are stopping by and stuff like that. So I've seen a bunch of M3s. I think the E46 M3s, there's a lot of those. The last time I was there, we saw a E46 CSL, and we were like thinking about it, it's like we can't, I don't know if this like is like a legit CSL. So I went home and I looked up the registration plate on it, and yes, it is actually a BMW M3 CSL. So that's pretty crazy because those are very, very, very rare cars to see, and I've only ever seen like one ever before. And seeing another one there, and I love how it's just weird that it didn't get enough attention. I thought it would have gotten a little bit more attention, but I guess it's just the people that know what the CSL is would actually know what's going on there. But there's a lot of like old people. There's a lot of like sort of people that come with their kids and stuff like that. So I mean, it wasn't that bad this time, but the weather was sort of shitty. So I think it put a few of the people off from coming to Cars and Coffee. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I mean, the car scene over here, let me just put this to rest. The car scene over here is pretty much just Civics. Everywhere in my area right now, there's always a Civic EK. It's just pisses me off how unimaginative people are. I mean, it's not that I don't like the EK Civic. I got bored of them. Everybody has one. That's why I got bored of them. Like, there's so many people around my area right now that actually own an EK Civic that it's just boring to look at. So whenever I see a decent looking one, like a decent Type R that's like not crazy modded and shit on the outside, it just doesn't interest me anymore. And it sucks. It honestly sucks because it's a car that I actually do like. It's just, I find it really, really boring now. But that's pretty much it. That's the car scene in Ireland. Hopefully it will change soon enough, because I know for a fact that before it used to be like the Glanzas, they used to be like a big thing. And of course we had the Golfs and the Passats and all them. People are switching to diesels and then modding the shit out of them. They make them look like crap, and I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I have provided a few pictures and stuff like that from Cars and Coffee up on the screen for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed my little lap on the Kia C''D. We're in the Nürburgring as well. We got under 10 minutes, so that's good. 300 horsepower. We got a 905. That's not too bad. We got a 300 horsepower front wheel drive Kia C''D, and I sort of messed up a couple of times as well. I haven't really been driving very, very fast around the track either. But still, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.